Los Angeles faces a formidable faux wildfires. These blazes are a recurring nightmare for the city. They are becoming more frequent. They are also becoming more destructive. The flames threaten lives, homes, and the very fabric of this iconic region. Wildfires are not new to California, but their intensity and scale have reached alarming levels. The recent Hughes fire is a stark reminder of this danger. It is a wake-up call to the growing threat of wildfires in a changing climate. The fires are a stark reminder of the power of nature. They also highlight the vulnerability of human communities. As we rebuild and recover, we must confront the factors fueling these infernos. We must also adapt to a future where wildfires are the new normal. The future of Los Angeles depends on our understanding of these fires. We must work to mitigate their impact. This is not just a local issue. It is a global challenge that demands our attention and action. January 2025 will be etched in the memory of Angelenos as a month of fire. Typically, January brings rain to California. This year it brought a terrifying series of wildfires. The Hughes fire was the largest of these. It scorched over 8,000 acres north of the city. However, the Hughes fire was not alone. The Palisades fire and the Eaton fire also ignited in January. These fires burned through thousands of acres. They forced thousands of people to flee their homes. The fires turned the skies a smoky orange. They served as a constant reminder of the danger lurking just beyond the city limits. These fires were highly unusual for January. They underscore a disturbing trend. Wildfires are no longer confined to a single season. They are a year-round threat. This new reality demands a change in our thinking and our preparedness. The fires of January 2025 were a wake-up call. They showed the urgent need for increased fire prevention and suppression efforts. They also highlighted the importance of understanding the factors contributing to this unusual fire activity. The fires of 2025 followed a year of unprecedented fire activity in California. 2024 was the worst wildfire season in the state's recorded history. The fires burned millions of acres. They destroyed thousands of homes. They also claimed the lives of many people. The Griffith Park fire was the most destructive fire of 2024. It ripped through 50,000 acres of beloved parkland. Over 200 homes were lost in the fire. 15 lives were tragically cut short. The economic losses from the 2024 fire season were staggering. They reached into the billions of dollars. The 2024 fire season cast a long shadow over the state. It served as a stark reminder of the devastating power of wildfires. The memories of that destructive year fueled anxieties as the 2025 fires erupted. The scars of 2024, both physical and emotional, are still healing. The record-breaking fires of 2024 serve as a stark warning. We must take proactive steps to prevent and mitigate future wildfires. The question is, are we doing enough to prepare for the next disaster? To understand California's wildfire crisis, we must examine the factors driving it. One major contributor is the ongoing drought. California has experienced below-average rainfall for several years. This lack of precipitation creates tinderbox conditions. Vegetation dries out, it becomes highly flammable. Another key factor is the Santa Ana winds. These winds blow hot and dry from the desert. They can whip up small fires into raging infernos. The Santa Ana winds were a significant factor in the rapid spread of the Hughes fire. Climate change is exacerbating both the drought and the Santa Ana winds. As temperatures rise, droughts are becoming more frequent and severe. Climate change is also altering wind patterns. This leads to stronger and more unpredictable Santa Ana events. These factors combine to create a perfect storm for wildfires. It is a dangerous cocktail that threatens to ignite California with increasing frequency and ferocity. Section 5. Urban sprawl, expanding the battlefield. As if drought, winds, and climate change weren't enough, there's another factor contributing to California's wildfire problem: urban sprawl. Los Angeles is a sprawling metropolis. It continues to expand into wildland areas. This interface between urban development and wildland areas is known as the Wildland-Urban Interface, or WUI. The WUI is a zone of heightened risk. It is where homes are built near flammable vegetation. This proximity increases the likelihood of wildfires starting. It also makes it more difficult to fight fires and protect homes. The Hughes fire demonstrated the dangers of the WUI. The fire burned right up to the edge of suburban neighborhoods. It forced thousands of people to evacuate their homes. The fire served as a stark reminder that as we build into these fire-prone areas, we are putting more lives and property at risk. Urban planning must take wildfire risk into account. We need to rethink how and where we build in fire-prone areas. Protecting lives and property depends on it. Section 6. Battling the blaze: resources, technology, and public awareness. Fighting wildfires is a dangerous and resource-intensive endeavor. Firefighters put their lives on the line to protect our communities. They need the best possible resources and technology to do their jobs effectively. California has allocated significant funding to wildfire response. This includes funding for new firefighting aircraft, fire engines, and other equipment. The state has also invested in training and technology to improve fire prediction and detection. Public awareness campaigns play a crucial role in wildfire mitigation. Educating the public about fire safety is essential. This includes teaching people about defensible space. Defensible space is the area around a home that is clear of flammable vegetation. It creates a buffer zone that can help protect homes from wildfires. Public awareness campaigns also emphasize the importance of being prepared to evacuate. They urge residents to have a plan in place in case they need to evacuate their homes quickly. Section 7. Beyond the flames: air quality and health impacts. The devastation of wildfires extends far beyond the immediate burn areas. Wildfires release massive amounts of smoke and particulate matter into the atmosphere. This smoke can travel hundreds of miles. It creates hazardous air quality conditions. The Hughes fire had a significant impact on air quality in the Los Angeles basin. The South Coast Air Quality Management District issued several smoke advisories. These advisories warned residents about the health risks associated with wildfire smoke. Wildfire smoke contains a toxic cocktail of pollutants. These pollutants can irritate the lungs. They can trigger asthma attacks. They can also worsen heart conditions. Children, the elderly, and people with respiratory problems are particularly vulnerable to the effects of wildfire smoke. The health impacts of wildfire smoke are a serious public health concern. We need to do more to protect vulnerable populations during wildfire events. We also need to address the root causes of climate change to reduce the frequency and intensity of these fires. Section 8. Planning for the future: integrating climate projections. As the climate continues to change, wildfires are projected to become even more frequent and severe. This means we need to adapt our disaster planning to account for this new reality. Integrating climate projections into disaster planning is crucial. This includes using the latest climate models to predict future wildfire risk. It also involves planning for the impacts of climate change on wildfire behavior. We need to develop regional disaster scenarios that consider a range of potential wildfire events. These scenarios can help us identify vulnerabilities and develop strategies to mitigate risk. This includes investing in infrastructure upgrades, such as fire-resistant building materials and improved evacuation routes. It also involves promoting home hardening measures to make homes more resistant to wildfire. Planning for the future also means embracing new technologies. Remote sensing, artificial intelligence, and other technologies can help us better predict, detect, and respond to wildfires. Section 9. A call to action: community support and long-term solutions. Wildfires are a collective threat. They demand a collective response. We need to come together as a community to support those who have been affected by these disasters. Providing long-term support for fire victims is essential. This includes financial assistance, housing, and mental health services. Many people lose everything in wildfires. They need our help to rebuild their lives. We also need to work together to reduce the risk of future wildfires. This involves supporting policies that address climate change. It also means making changes in our own lives to reduce our carbon footprint. Simple actions like conserving water, reducing energy use, and choosing sustainable products can make a difference. The threat of wildfires is real and growing. But by working together, we can create a safer and more resilient future for all. The time to act is now. Our lives and our communities depend on it.